I got a woodpecker too. Still in my backyard. My backyard's across the water too. That's my backyard over there too. Past the water. Oh gosh, I just scared a deer. I don't know if you could see that or not. That was a deer. Scared me. Still on my property on the other side. Oh my gosh. I think it was a doe. Seemed to be alone. But she was on my property too. Well, my property keeps going back, but that's all marshy. And I don't have the proper water shoes to go back there. But you can go back on the other side of my property and go back further across the pond. Like literally. I just saw, I didn't get him on camera, but I just saw the owl. I did not get him, I was hoping to get him on camera. He flew away. We have a couple of owls, but I always say just one. I've only seen one at a time. And the property continues that way too. I can't get over there. And my house, if I zoom in, should be able to see it through the trees. Oh yeah, there, you can see it through the trees. That's one I've never recognized before. Interesting. This is kind of swampy here too. But I keep maintaining it, hoping that it won't all become swamp. Because it's so pretty. The other side isn't so swampy, just this side. This is the short side of the wooded area. And over the bridge and to the left is the longer trail, quote unquote. My cousin's, I guess he's a preteen son. He might be a teenager by now. He said that was the most boring trail I've ever been on. I was like, well, you're too young to appreciate anything. around here was where the deer was. So he probably ran up here, came all the way up. And was out of here. By the way, my property goes over there somewhere. I don't know where it ends, but it keeps going. I just stay on my trail usually. I'm wondering, that big rock wasn't there before? Or whatever the heck that is. That was not there before. So I'm thinking, my neighbor's like, this is the end of your property. But I don't know. I should say my neighbor's son. My neighbor died. That was not there before, so that might be. I don't remember it being there. I think I'd remember a huge rock. That was about where I thought it would be. Actually, it's much further over than I thought it would be. That is much, actually, yeah, now that I look down at it, it's much further than I thought it would be. Wow, I think I just, what is that? What is that? Hope he flies back through. Come on, where'd you go? I don't know if I got him or not. Nope, he's not coming back. Shoot. I think I saw the, one of the owls. Alright. This tree line marks the end of my property. You can see my neighbor on the other side. And my house is way down there. guy that lived here before had his in-laws living here until he got divorced. And they had a double wide trailer. And that was their electrical hookup. But once he got a divorce, I think the ex-mother-in-law was allowed to stay there for a little while and they got in a fight. This is what I was told. And then she had to take the double wide off. She was no longer allowed to live there. Even though I think the guy probably was a jerk that lived here. I don't know for sure. I don't know anything. But there's the horses. Some of them. And Sue, I think, is bending down, probably tacking them. I think that was Sue. I couldn't see. I do not live on a main road, but the road does get quite loud. Because people use my road as a cut through to avoid a very windy road. Excuse me, Miss Robin. I'm coming through. On the other side of these very sad looking trees that are dead, that's where my neighbor's property begins, but I cut the grass over there. Except for the areas that he has marked off where he tried to make a tree grow, but he didn't take care of the trees, I guess. And they're nothing but weeds, but he still has the stakes up. Wow, something just jumped right up and jumped right back down. It looked blue. The heck was that? I do not know what that was. It looked blue and it jumped straight up right in between this dead tree. Jumped straight up and then straight back down into the water. I do not know what it was, but it had blue on it. I had never seen that before. I don't see anything now. I see nothing in the water that looks blue or looks alive. I have no idea. But this is kind of the beginning, I guess, of this side of my property. This bird makes me laugh. He's now flying right next to me. That's funny. I can't seem to zoom back out again. Sweaty fingers. But I don't know if it's the same bird all the time or if it's just that type of breed of bird. But it's always sitting in a spot that, I know you can't see that, it's kind of shadowed. He's always sitting, can't see it from here, right there. That's my smoker, and it's covered up. And he sits down on, he perches himself on top there, and when I'm in my kitchen window, he just stares at me for a minute, and he flies down, He comes back up and he stares at me. It's kind of funny. Now over here is my frog pond. I have at least 3 frogs. One was perched up on top. I don't see him now. I don't see him now. If he's there, I don't see him. But there's at least 3 of them. They don't trust me, so they just kind of jump into the water as soon as I come around. One flower. I keep that there to protect the frogs. Give them a nice cool shade. There's the smoker where you can see bird poo. He likes to sit right up on top here, and that's my kitchen window, so he looks at me. He just sits there for a minute. And he flies down, he comes back up and he looks at me. He flies down. It's funny. Alright, I'm going in. Bye.